I, 46-year-old, have 6 older brothers. Our parents were trying for a girl, but they couldn't really afford 7 kids. And I guess after they had us, they figured having so many kids is too much to handle and let my older siblings raise us. Everyone, except me, were parentified so much that they all decided to stay child-free and got vasectomy to make sure of that. I am child-free, too. Only one of my brothers has a daughter, 14-year-old. She is and will always be our only niece. So naturally, we all love her very much, and we spoil her. The problem is the same brother remarried recently, and his wife has a 16-year-old son. This was unexpected, considering even his daughter was an accident, so none of us really expected him to marry a woman who has a child. The issue is we all love spending all of our money to go to expensive vacations, and any money that we have left gets spent on my niece. A few months ago was her birthday, and the cheapest gift she received cost $400. As I said, we all enjoy spoiling her. A few days ago was the stepson's birthday, and we all bought nice gifts costing approximately $50 each. My sister-in-law is mad because we bought more expensive gifts for my niece, but I don't know what else she expects. The only way we could afford better gifts was by using our vacation money or by changing the way we treat our niece, none of which we are willing to do. Now, here are the comments. Comment 2. I think you're the idiot. It's probably not reasonable for your sister-in-law to expect you to treat her son exactly like your niece. This is a little girl that you all knew since she was a baby, probably helped raise at least a little. There's a different kind of bond there, and that's totally okay. Where y'all went left was the great disparity between what the niece and the stepnephew get. Do the gifts have to be exactly equal? No, but it does make a kid feel shitty when they're unequal to this degree. She's getting new phones and laptops and $400 headphones or whatever, and he's getting a video game? Even that's more than $50. I'm going to be honest, I was on the fence about this one. Like I said, you have an established relationship with this child, and nobody should be expecting this equality. It's just that I kind of thought about this focus on the amounts. Like, you all know how much you each spent on the niece and the stepnephew, as if you planned this in concert somehow. Maybe I'm stretching, I don't know. But it was more's when you said, the only way we could afford better gifts was by using our vacation money or by changing the way we treat our niece, none of which we are willing to do. Which, like spending a little less on your vacation so you could make your new stepnephew feel welcomed into the family, feels like a good choice? Comment 3. Yes, you do spend a lot on your niece, but it is your money. Here's my sticking point. How does your brother's decision to marry a single mother suddenly put you under an obligation to buy her son, well, anything? There are hundreds of tales on Reddit of step-parents treating their blended families badly, and it's your brother's responsibility to avoid that. You, I'd suggest, not so much. It's nice you spend as much as you do on your new stepnephew, but that's at your discretion, not his mother's. You are expressing 14 years of affection to the only close relative of that generation. Why you have to match that for a teenager that has become a relative by marriage only recently? Well, I don't see it. In fact, if your niece found out her birthday pot was now being halved with her new stepbrother, then she would be entitled to be upset. Not the idiot. Now, for the next story. Hey, so, in short, the situation is a bit complex. Mom wanted to go on an exotic vacation last summer. Then she finds out my younger brother has a debt with the state, and until that's paid off she can't go. Theoretically, she was paying for the vacation with money from car sale, but found out she can't go through with the sale because brother created a debt on that car. Now brother couldn't care less about the debt, but my mom was really looking forward to that vacation. She's a successful business owner, comes to me saying she can't cover both the debt and vacation. Now, I know it's her dream vacation. I say I could cover the debt with my savings, and she can go through with the sale and get the vacation with her boyfriend. But these savings are for my master's degree tuition and university expenses. She says it's fine. She has good income and can't return the money in 2 to 3 months, tops. Well, that was a year and a couple of months ago. She still owes me money. I told her I had to go into debt over the year because I missed money for school. Told her I really need the money because if I pay for the next year of school, I'll be completely broke and won't be able to buy food. She went on 3 or 4 vacations since last year, spent New Year's Eve celebrating in Greece on some island, paid for her boyfriend's sister's vacation, etc. She's definitely not broke. She just doesn't care. Now she's claiming that since it was my brother's debt, it's not her problem and he should be the one paying me back. Well, back then I told her I'm only going to cover the debt because of her vacation. and we all agreed she's the one paying me back. She told my brother that she feels like she has nothing to apologize for, and we went no contact like a month ago. And next month, she's celebrating her 50th birthday and texted me asking if I'm coming. I love her and care about her, but I don't feel like pretending I'm okay with how they use me. So am I the idiot for not going to the birthday party unless she at least says sorry for using me like this? TLDR. Am I the idiot for refusing to go to my mom's 50th birthday party because she borrowed my school tuition money and left me broke and doesn't feel like she has anything to apologize for? Now, here are the comments. Comment 1. Not the idiot. Your mom is sophisticated enough to understand that ripping someone off is a relationship-ending move. To expect to still have a relationship with someone she mistreated this shamefully is unreasonable. If anyone in your family starts pressuring you to reconcile without an apology and repayment from her, and families are notorious for this, be advised that this is what abusive relationships are. Situations in which a person believes that there's such a thing as a reason to accept what would otherwise be a relationship-ending behavior from someone else. The person dealing out the bad behavior, deprived of what would otherwise be the normal consequences, eventually comes to believe the bad behavior is justified and acceptable. Comment 2. Not the idiot, and start a paper trail if you haven't already. I know you love her, but she has taken advantage of you and is putting your future in jeopardy, and that's a very selfish mother. Has she done things like this in the past that favors your brother and puts you at risk? Print all texts and see if you can get more admittance. Print out bank records and any checks you wrote. Get all info you can, and then explain you've decided to go to small claims court. How much is it total? Don't go to the party, and tell her why. Explain the rift that she has caused and why you don't want to see her. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Asking your child to lend you money is something I'm not comfortable with. Not paying it back is awful. Trying to foist the debt onto someone else is even worse. Your mother does not respect you, so why should you respect her? If you go to the party, it's basically giving your mother a get-out-of-jail-free card. Not going makes it clear that this is a big deal for you, that you needed the money, and not having it had a detrimental effect on your life. Good luck. Now for the next story. My husband has 2 kids from a previous 9-year-old and 7-year-old. The kids have been with my husband 100% of the time since my husband and his ex broke up. She has not been very involved in their lives since the youngest was just a year old. They do not have a relationship with their mom. However, their mother and grandmother do visit the kids, but not often. I've known the kids since they were 3 and 5. I've traveled a lot during my childhood and as an adult. It's something that the kids are really interested in. I go on vacation multiple times a year, and unfortunately, my husband and the kids could never travel with me outside the U.S. The kids need a letter of permission to travel abroad, which was hard for us to get since his ex never answered his emails. My family and I have been planning a trip to Paris and Kyoto to visit my maternal grandmother and paternal grandparents for Christmas and New Year. My entire family is going on this trip. My parents, in-laws, siblings, cousins, nieces, and nephews. We've been planning this trip for over 2 years, and we finally bought our plane tickets after my son was born 8 weeks ago. My husband's ex has also signed the letter of permission, so everything is already in order for the trip. Last weekend, my husband's ex sent him an email regarding our trip. She basically asked if we could cancel our trip so the kids could spend Christmas with their great-grandmother. Their great-grandmother is supposedly ill and they're not sure if she's going to be here next year. My husband immediately wanted to reject that idea, but I asked him to think about it. I think it might be good for the kids to stay behind with their grandma. They'll get to see their great-grandma for maybe for the last time, and they'll also see their mom. I know the kids are very excited to travel abroad, but I do think this is more important than Paris or Kyoto. Both are just cities they won't go anywhere and we can visit in summer. I told my husband all of this, and he argued that we'd probably not get the money back we already spent. I told him that we bought business-class plane tickets, and I know we'll get that back. My husband just got angry and told me that we're not going to discuss it anymore. My parents and siblings are on his side, but I feel like they're only looking at the money. When I was a kid, my parents also left my siblings and me in Kyoto with my grandparents to go on a trip. At the time, I was also angry about it, but as an adult, I am very happy that I got to spend that time with my grandparents. I think this is also the case for the kids. They probably won't be happy about it now, but will really appreciate it when they're older. My husband disagreed with this and told me I was not looking at the kids' situation and was angry when I again suggested canceling their trip. Am I the idiot? Comment 1. Info. These are your husband's kids, not yours. Why are you trying to make decisions that should be handled between your husband and the kids themselves? Edit. I do think OP should have a say in decisions about the kids she's raising, but the husband should be able to take the lead here, and he is clearly very opposed. Comment 2. Info. There's still time between now and Christmas. Months of time. Why can't the kids spend time with the sick grandmother now and still go on the trip? Why do they have to wait until Christmas to spend time with them rather than now? If she's really that sick, she might not even make it until Christmas. Comment 3. You want to leave 2 kids with relatives they barely see while the rest of you go off and have a fun family vacation they were looking forward to? Do you realize how hurtful that would be? Especially if you just had a baby that gets to go while your stepchildren have to stay behind. You're the idiot. Now for the next story. My 15-year-old male, mom who was 54, married him who was 34 last year. I live with my dad who called my mom to tell her that the dog they raised together, my childhood dog, was going to be put down. My mom declined to be in the room, saying it would hurt too much. Her new husband told my dad that he shouldn't let me be in the room since it will traumatize me. I insisted on being in the room and was present when Matt crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I had to say my final goodbye and be there for him when he needed me the most. Mom's husband got really upset and tried telling off my dad, so I told him, "Shut it. It's none of your business. He's my dad and you're not, so stop trying." My mom later told me I could have been a bit more civil since he is still her husband and had good intentions. Now here are the comments. Comment 1. Not the idiot. First, it was very mature and compassionate for you to be there when your lifelong friend's time came. I'm sorry for your loss. To the point, you're absolutely right. Your mom's husband is not your father. While it would be to everyone's benefit for you to try to cultivate a civil relationship with him, this isn't the sort of thing where he has any business butting in. Hell, I think your actual biological parents would have been wrong for trying to prevent you from being there. Comment 2. Not the idiot. Stepdad needed to respect your dad's judgment and your decision. Your response was rude, but he was the one way out of line. Not super relevant, but if you were my kid, I'd have given you the choice. It can be a meaningful experience to be there for a beloved pet, and I'm glad you had the chance. I'm sorry for your loss. Comment 3. You're definitely old enough to decide if you want to be in the room, and your stepdad should have respected that and backed off. Not the idiot. Although, yes, it wouldn't hurt to learn more mature ways of sharing your viewpoint. Sorry for your loss. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.